So as before, it's time to go hands-on just to make all these new learnings together. And so this time we are looking at a high throughput producer. So we'll add a few things. We'll add snappy message compression to our Twitter producer. And snappy to me is very helpful because if your messages are text-based and our tweets are JSON and text-based, then this is a perfect algorithm for you. I think that Snappy, personally speaking, has a good balance of CPU usage and compression ratio. Snappy was made by Google, by the way, so a lot of engineering thoughts into that compression mechanism. And we'll also increase the batch size to 32 kilobytes and introduce a small delay through linger the millisecond to 20 milliseconds. So here we are, and we are going to add some high throughput settings. So here we'll say high throughput producer at the expense of a bit of latency and CPU usage. So the first thing I want to do is properties, set property, producer config, and the first one is compression type config. As I said, we'll use snappy. The second one is producer config dot, and here we are going to set the linger milliseconds config. We said we were going to wait 20 milliseconds, okay? So that's how much delay I want to introduce in my producer. I'm okay getting my tweets with 20 milliseconds delay if I manage to get a lot of tweets into Kafka at a time. Now I'll do properties.set property, producer config.batch size config, and it used to be 16K. I'm going to have it as 32 times 124, which is basically equals to 16K. So integer to string and this number. That's basically 32 kilobytes batch size, okay? And so these three settings altogether really allow me to have a higher throughput. So I can go ahead in the very top and maybe add a bit more here. So I'll say Bitcoin, I'll say USA, I'll say politics, maybe politics, and you can really add anything, sport, soccer, all this kind of stuff. So this should give us a lot of data coming through, okay? And if I run my my producer now, I'm going to run it. As we'll see, we're going to get a lot of data coming through, okay? This is very, very quick, but I can guarantee you that this data is being sent to Kafka in batches and compressed, so it's an optimal send size. And to prove to you that the consumer doesn't need to change anything, well, let's go see our consumer right here. Our console consumer is going a bit crazy because there's a lot of data coming through, but we haven't changed anything. It knows how to decompress the messages and how to read batches, and we really see that we have a very, very quick throughput going for these tweets. So this is how we create a very high throughput producer. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next lecture.